I do believe we're live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again. Another day. The sun is so freaking hot. Oh, sun ain't got no business being that warm. Getting blasted to non-existent. I did not enjoy today's yoga practice. Full disclosure. Generally, I do. I do enjoy practicing yoga, but when it's this hot and this humid, it definitely does a number on you. I'm gonna try and get this thing to align. Right, like this is the situation I'm dealing with. There used to be something that holds on the phone here. It this thing dropped and then it got broken. So now I'm gonna use one of my sister's hair ties, and hopefully this thing I'm gonna attach you to that. So bear with me while I cry. Uh, this thing doesn't seem very stable. I mean, it's this thing. Yeah, you just stay right there. I'm trusting. Like it is sketch, I admit, very sketchy sketches, but I don't have other options right now. I'm gonna see if I can dance here. I still got interwebs, right? Humans, we're humaning. Problem solvers, we humans are. It's probably gonna be rain again tonight. Those those crowdies though. How about those crowdums? Works for now. Works for now. Yeah, it's true. We human beings do have the ability to solve our own problems, don't we? If we put our minds to it. I'm gonna quickly go get Tway, my specker, and then I'm gonna play some music because it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday after all. Liked by the annual, the ultimate playback over the years. You know what? I'm gonna hit this button. I'm guessing it's gonna play all of the tracks that I've liked listening to over time. I'm gonna hit random. Oopsie, wrong button. Randomize. No. Man. To say what you learn. This song. Who can hustle? I haven't listened to that one in a long time. Are we gonna do a killer track? Dang stank. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. I need to keep my sandals on. Oh my goodness, I stepped in like 17 thorns. I didn't even start dancing. Bop, 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 bop. No, 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 no. Stepped on a thorn. I think this is too much. Like, with the level of heat I'm facing today. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Fine. I'll try. This one is so aggressive and fast as well. Killer recognized me. He smiled. Too much. Goodness. You know, full disclaimer, this is like a playlist of all of the tracks that I've listened to like through the years on SoundCloud. They have some sort of like algorithm that's like putting all of the songs together. And back in the day, right, when I was in my 20s, my younger 20s, the faster BPM stuff got me super hyped. That song is 170 BPM. I think that's just a bit much, oh. We'll do this one, the 2025 playback. These are the tracks that we like the most. Checks out, like looking at this list. I'm gonna hit random anyway, though. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very moody. I'm gonna go get another microphone. There we go. Now I got one on me too. Friends can hear me panting. Here comes the drop like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know it's coming. Like it's gonna catch us off guard a little bit. Here it comes, here it comes.
Since the beginning of time. For the greatest form of ecstasy. A feeling of euphoria that nobody has ever felt before. To find this form requires an extreme amount of scientific knowledge.
I'm so picky. I'm so picky today. It's the heat, okay? The heat and humidity. It's messing with me.
I'm into you. I'm into you. I'm into you.
Am I into this track?
I'm into you.
Pretty sure I made that joke before as well.
I'm into you.
Seconds of breath. Is that it? I think that might be it. It is so uncomfortably hot. This little wind is helping. Here it comes. The rain again. Reach us. Rise up.
Keep on
Rising.
rising, 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 rise. Down in the depths of my soul, feeling the loss of control in the spirit. So colorful.
That show I see. It is. That is awesome, right? So cute. Being recognized by a baby. Okay. I'm gonna put a whistle on this microphone too.
And you'll be free. You're gonna keep on rising. You'll be free. Keep on rising.
He's also over here dancing, Joe. Good. Two homies dancing internationally.
Sometimes you feel like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
down and out, feeling the pressure, and you're tired and you're feeling
I'm getting cooked.
nowhere to
It's
go.
It's too hot.
Don't you worry, I know
More teasing. Do you think they will just be dropped? No. A lot of wait first.
Keep on, keep rising, keep rising, 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 keep rising, keep
So I'm like, I really am trying to have fun, but the heat is making it so hard, yeah. I think your friends can tell, right? Boof, boof, boof. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Darren. Good morning, dear friend. Send me some cold. I'm pretty sure that's a drum and bass track. It's gonna go, 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 go. You're gonna hear. I'm gonna have to go and wet this scarf, so I just, for a moment at least, can stop cooking. Oh goodness, that's hot. Honestly, I don't know if it's helping. It just makes the humidity feel like it's closer to me. I think we're like at 100% humidity right now. Morning, deers, deers. Oh, good morning to you, Hooptus. Hooptus babooptus. It's hot here, yo. Like, I'm like not happy about it. Kind of hot. What's happening? We're dancing, Adam. It's Wednesday, yo. Yeah, it's very. You can hear it. It's coming. Very, very heavy sounds. Sounds like some sort of like alien weapon. I imagine an alien weapon sounding exactly like this. Is that it? Ain't got nothing on me. I don't know either, Sam. Thank you for keeping the space safe, Sam. No Jimmys. No Jimmy's here to be rustled. To get into a twist. Love is true. See, maybe you'll learn something. You're so cool. Thanks. Thank you. Love is true. All right. One more. We'll finish this song, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk. We'll have a conversation about what we have to be grateful for. It's gonna rain some more today. I'm grateful for the sunlight we got. We have electricity again. How about that? Around 12 a.m. we got electricity again today. We survived it. I'm grateful to not have to deal with more power outages. All right, here it comes. Last one. over yet. There's still some more dance left. Slowing it down. Yeah. Is that it? Oh man. I had more left in the tank. I'll let you know. Can't get the best of me. Take this off. Okay. Let's see how long we can stream before the rain sends us inside. Cheapness. Jubobibneep. Jabber. Jaboonies. Jaboonies jobs. I am out of breath and it's still hot. The wet scarf helped. It definitely did. There we go. We did it. It was a Wednesday and we danced. Commitments met. I am grateful. Boy, am I. Grateful to be alive. Grateful to have skin to feel all of this heat with. Grateful for the opportunity to show up with friends. Grateful for these moments with you. I am grateful. That is what we're supposed to bring ourselves to today. Is there a bug biting me? Better not. Thanks for bearing with me while I catch my breath. It's definitely the humidity that's making it hard on me. Like the heat is okay. Like it's not that hot. It's like 100 Fahrenheit, give or take. It's the like 92 to 100% humidity that really does get you. I did say in the middle of the dance, but it might have been in between all of the music that was playing. We have electricity again. Isn't that great? Ooh, the sky is looking special. It does have that quality to it, huh, Sam? I'm happy to have shared as much of the sky with you as I did during today's dance. I felt like I was doing some rain dances. It's blue. It looked super cloudy until you showed the rest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Up there, it's still kind of blue. To the sides, it's Way blue too. It's just like that's usually where the rain comes from, that side. And they did predict that there will be rain again tonight, so that's probably what they're here to do. Those are clouds of jobs. They got jobs. When it does that in the Midwest, it usually turns green. It usually turns green. You missed me on that one, Sam. Like the plants. If the clouds turn green in the Midwest, I'll lose my mind. I think that might be the breaking point where I'm like, oh, okay. I have officially gained some jimmies to be a Russell. Let me see if I missed any of the comments before. Stepped on a thorn, yeah. Love is true. Joe was here too. Adam Adamson joined us during my shower. Good. And he'll leave. All right, yeah. Oh yeah, the sky turns green and soapy. Then we all start looking for our lawn chairs and icing down the beer. Like you want to sit on the lawn chairs and watch. Seems like I am only in part understanding what's going on. I feel a sense of relief. Getting to sit down right now, having danced in the heat. Like it's definitely one of those things that I could feel my body being like, "Can we stop, please? Can you please stop doing that?" As I was dancing. We got Kobe here with us. I am so stuck. I'm so stuck right now. Just in this like almost like dichotomy. Like on the one side, it's still hot, right? And I'm still technically uncomfortable. And on the other side, I can like feel my shirt trying to cool me down. This scarf was literally soaked to the bone. It is dry now. Like I don't think it would like make a streak on something dry if you rubbed it against it. I definitely had a couple of days just now. Sunday was the last time that I had a normal day. Tomorrow will be the first normal day again. So you'll have to bear with me, and maybe I'll be a little bit more articulate again tomorrow. But seriously, all I really have flowing through my mind right now is just, I am grateful. I am grateful. There was a guy named Hank who came and fixed the power. Apparently, the lines are still down, but they ran a line, I think, on the ground to make sure we have electricity right now. And he came through to let me know that that's what's going to happen. And I was very grateful, right? Had a moment where I let him know. He was like, "Yeah, I just wanna get you your electricity back." He says, "I'm like, thank you. That's what I want. I want that too. Look at us aligning in once." He's like, yeah, you haven't had electricity for 3 days. I'm like, yeah, tell me about it. Oh, it's nice to be on the other side of it. There definitely is going to be some more rain tonight. But I don't think we're going to get stuff like we got it last time. I don't know what happened last time. There was just some extra energy, I guess. Melt into a certainty. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing right now, hoopty hoops. I'm melting into certainty that I am grateful, that I am here right now, that you friends have joined me, that Dan is here with us as well, that there is so much for us to do in this life thing, and that we are finding ourselves doing this. Of all of the things that we could have done, we're doing what we're doing right now. It really is a pleasure. I feel like there's definitely this part of my mind that has been extra aware, extra mindful of you friends and your time and your demeanor, your state of being, your mood, right? And how I can, uh, knowingly or not, affect that. Oh, look at this. I've shown you friends big ones of these. I've not seen many little small ones like this. We call these shangalolos, the millipedes. Little baby one, little baby millipede. Meow. This dude is missing some legs. I've never seen some that miss legs. Did you get hurt, little homie? What happened to some of your legs, bro? Maybe they're still growing. He's so tiny. These things get big. These things will get like from here to here kind of sizes. Putting them back on the grass. Alrighty. Gratitude. Gratitude, huh? It's not always easy to stay grateful. I think it's very easy for us, in fact, to find things to be upset about. In fact, there seems to be, at least in my mind, this propensity for the more there is to be grateful for, right, concentration wise, the easier it becomes for you to find dissatisfaction in the things that are not the way they're supposed to be. You know? For instance, maybe all of your problems in your life, for the most part, has been solved, right? You find yourself very content with all of the lack of problems you have. And then a singular problem, maybe even a small one, arises. And then it's so easy to catastrophize and convince yourself of the injustice thereof, the dissatisfaction that it brings, the unacceptableness of it, if you will. And I think that's in part at least, where I was yesterday and the day before. Like, there's to be grateful for right now. I do believe that there is good change coming from our world. I can definitely see that there is some sort of, I don't want to use the word separation, but split, right, in opinion. Over the last few days, I was definitely less exposed to the news cycles. But it doesn't seem to end. It's always something to worry about, something to see as a problem, something to steal your gratitude, right? And I'm at a point in my life where we talked about it yesterday, where I don't want these problems anymore. in so many words. It's not like I wanted those problems at some other point in my life, but it's more a matter of I feel like at this point in my life, it's like I'm getting more and more upset about it. Like it's messing with my state of being. It's robbing me of some of my peace. And then the wise amongst you, I can hear you say, Mel, nothing can steal your peace from you. Nothing can take your peace. You have to give it away. And to you wise people, I'll say, maybe. Maybe that's true. Maybe that is true. But I don't think it's helpful. I'm very fortunate to be in a relationship with someone who listens really well. I feel like I'm very lucky to have Joe in my life because, especially recently, there is this willingness to hear each other out, right? To see the internal struggle and dialogue that's going on. And instead of trying to make it a problem, right, with the person, we'll try to be sensitive and aware of how our actions, our interpretations of how it is we integrate into that fractal shapes what it is we experience. It's very easy, at least for me, to get into these lulls of insecurity, for example, right? Like I've been dealing with these two freaking pimples on my forehead for this last week, and it drives me the fuck insane. Makes me want to lose my mind. Like I'm so over that part as well, right? Like that. It's like I feel like I'm old enough to not have to deal with these problems anymore. I feel like I'm still freaking in high school dealing with the same bullshit, and I'm like, bro, can I please, can I time out, please, please? And I said this to Joe yesterday. Like I literally believe some part of me. I am a transhumanist, right? Some of you friends are like, what? Melt is trans? No, transhumanist means I'm a human that believes in the augmentation of my body and of my mind to the point where I become whatever comes next, the transcendental human, right? Augment myself to the point of being something other than just human. Being something, I don't want to use the word more than human because that brings up a bunch of uh, ethical conundrums, right? But other. And I said this to Joe in our phone call recently that I literally believe pimples is one of the reasons I became a transhumanist. Is the rain starting? There's an eagle flying above us too. Right? If I never had any pimples, I probably wouldn't fantasize about replacing my skin with something that's a polymer. Right? And I'm not even joking. As soon as that becomes an option, as soon as I can inject nanomachines in my body that will like clear my skin of any defects, let's call it, I'm with a big ass smile standing in line holding my ticket. Oh, yay. Yay, sign me up, coach. Freaking pimples. Why, universe? Why? Like, what the? Why? Why? Why does it have to be so relentless? I wonder. I really do. Same thing with hair, right? This stuff. Like, oh my goodness. Right? God forbid I go bald. I've been worrying about going bald literally since I was 18 years old. I had a really mean uncle. I still have him technically. A bunch of them. Well, two of them, technically. I think the other one is pretty chill. Both of them don't have hair anymore, right? It's my mom's brothers, and the eldest of my mom's brothers, and I'm the eldest of my sibling family as well. He made it really clear to me that by the time I'm 25, I'm gonna be bald, like he was. And he made this clear to me when I was like 17, and it fucking terrifies me. Like it absolutely like wrecked me. And ever since, I'm like ceaselessly in that state of like, is it happening? Is it happening? And then, right, like there are some days where my hair just doesn't want to work along, right? Go in the direction that I tell it to. And then I am like, up, that's it. I am now officially undesirable. I should just delegate myself to like the back rooms, where there's no light shining. And it, again, right, it's something so small. Like everything in your life can go right. Everything in your life can go right. And then you see pimples on your face, or your hair doesn't want to work with you. And then you're like, yeah, look at that. Look at that. What's the point? Oh, no gratitude. Just dismay. And like again, even that I don't know if I have the patience for anymore. It's pretty well understood that as people get older, right, appearance ceases to be quite as important. And I'm looking forward to that happening someday as well. I think it's going to be a little bit harder for me, in part, because I create content online. So you friends are looking at me always. And I think there's like an extra layer of me wanting to be pretty, all right? Wanting to be attractive to the audience. And I can't help but know for a fact, right, that is important. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it seems to be something that's of importance. And then it takes me through these layers, right, of like thinking about what it is I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to ensure that I continue to be how I'm supposed to be, right? And then in that process, we find ourselves missing the point, I feel, forgetting what's really important. And then bringing it back, right, to the gratitude that I shared for the love that I have, right, the relationship I'm in, where Joe loves me a lot. And I know that without a shadow of a doubt. No matter how I look, like she shared a message just yesterday, and this conversation, this moment is very much inspired by that, where she let me know that no matter what it is I'll do to myself, right? Long hair, short hair, no hair, blue skin, titanium teeth, multiple robot limbs coming off of my old form. As long as I continue to love the world, right, the way that I intend to, she'll continue to love me too. And it makes me very grateful. Very, very grateful indeed. I definitely did miss some topic comments. I'm coming for them. I see Dan sharing a lot with me. Yo, Dan, keep order while I pop off to do my thing with my kid. Love is true. I'll see you again soon, Sam. I'm glad you think I'm orderly, Sam. I think it's that ultimately everything is an attachment, everything is a trap. I don't think you're wrong, Dan. I don't think you're wrong. But I would also like to believe that everything can be experienced without being attached to, right? I experienced having long hair, and I was very attached to it. Very, very, very attached to it. And then after the time me and Joe had together, I realized that that wasn't what was important, right? And that attachment melted. So much so that I cut my hair in alignment with that lack of attachment. And then there is a certain attachment that other people have to me with short hair, and other people have to me with long hair. And I am growing my hair out again, right? I will cut the sides probably tonight, get it a little bit neatened up again. But I do want to grow it out again. Want my hair to be a little bit longer. And it is getting there. Aliens. Aliens. I don't think there's any escape. I think for as long as I'm a human being, I'm going to have these attachments. But I would like to experience them from an unattached perspective. All right? Like experience them like I'm attached to it and have the experience that come with it. And then after I've had the experience I'm supposed to have, cease to have that attachment. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping for. I was unemployed and wanted a job so badly. When I finally got one, I was so spiritually high and filled with love. Now my job is the thing that steals my love. Isn't that interesting, huh, Dan? I think you're echoing the same sentiment that I'm sharing today, right? And like again, the only thing that I find helps, literally, the only thing I find helps is gratitude. Like I have to find myself grateful for whatever it is that I'm experiencing. Right? I don't know how to be grateful for pimples, but I can be grateful for my ability to heal from them. I can be grateful for the small moments of reprieve that I have in between one pimple and the next. I can be grateful. I will. I'll be grateful. But that's the only thing that I can imagine helps. What do you think, Dan? What have you noticed at least? Mm, Melt, you have a real opportunity. You could choose to spend a few days in silence before moving into the hum. You're right. This weekend that's coming, hoopty hoops, I will be amongst my entire family. There will be 30 other souls around me. And I do look forward to spending some time with them. But it's as you said, it is going to be a little bit of a hum. The first time I smoked weed, so much joy, so much love. Now it's just a routine thing, same thing with video games, relationships, religion, spirituality. Yep, that's why I'm taking a break from weed again, right? I really do enjoy it. But it's as you said, when you when you just smoke it every day, it becomes a routine thing. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have my coffee in the morning because I have my coffee in the morning. I am mildly bored. Guess I'm gonna smoke weed about it. All right. And then it just becomes like again a part of the experience instead of being an experience. And I am very grateful that I can, right? Today is day 3. You smoke weed. No way. Can you believe it? Me? Me? Oh, I would not have guessed. Dimethyltryptamine. That's hilarious. That is really funny. I like that username. Yeah. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Me? Weed smokers? Never. But, right, I am grateful that I can stand my freaking ground. Right? Literally, I decided it's PMT. Ah, okay. Blue towel guy. Hello. New account. I like this username better. Dimethyltryptamine. That's hilarious. If you know, you know. Uh, where was I going? I was going somewhere. Something, something. Weed smoking. There we go. Yeah, right. Like I literally decided, I'm not going to smoke, at least for a start. Right, going into December. I might, if I find, like on the road, for example, a bud shop that, you know, and I go inside and they have something that I smell and I'm like, I really want some of this. This smells amazing. I would like some. Then maybe I'll smoke this month again. Maybe. However, I do still have a lot of bud left, but the bud I have left is not as delectable, right? When I take partake of cannabis, I really enjoy the flavors, right? Especially the differences in flavors that you can experience. And I know the flavors that there are to be experienced. And it's not that I don't enjoy them, it's just that I know what to expect, right? Both in the experience and in the flavors that I'll get. So, with that in mind, I decided that starting on the 1st of December, I'm going to take a break again. My third break this year, all right? I've taken 2 whole months off this year. So, I don't technically, I don't technically have to. Usually, I do like a whole month per year. I'm going on my third month this year. And then I set that intention, and I'm not even joking, right? Like the time passes, of course. That night I made the decision, I smoke a little bit, and then I have this intention to smoke one more time, right? Like one more time before I start my break. And then I look at the clock, and it's 7 minutes past 12, which means it's the 1st of December. It's 7 minutes into the 1st of December. And then I go, okay, I'm not, I'm not gonna smoke. And then I go to my room, and then lightning strikes so loud that I literally freaking duck. And then our power goes off. And alongside our power, our internet goes off. And then we didn't have electricity for basically 3 days, 60 hours, no electricity. And if you don't have electricity for 60 hours, that's usually the best time to want to smoke weed, right? Because you're like, well, there's no power, might as well do this thing. But no! No. I said I'm doing this, so I'm gonna do this. And now I find myself on the other side of it. And it's not like anything is different, right? Quite the contrary. It's like my experience as I'm having it is just as routine as it would have been with that as a part of it as well. There definitely is a layer in me as well that reserves the potential to partake this month if my brother or my dad wants to partake with me, for example, or one of my cousins. But if it's just for me, I'm okay. I know what to expect. Hello, old friend, blushing in the sky. It's been a while. I caught some of the other day with your dad. Such good wisdom in there, right? That was literally one of my favorite streams I've ever done. Blushing in the sky. It felt it felt like there was so much depth being explored in the way that I saw the world and the way my dad saw the world. And there definitely was a little bit of back and forth, and I might have been extra excitable in sharing my perspective with my dad in the context of it being in the stream, right? Like that day felt like I was almost revealing a lot of who I am to my dad, right? I don't get to do that a lot. My dad rarely gives me the time to really be my authentic self like that. And that stream felt very, very real, right? Very authentic to what the experience can be like between me and him. I'm happy that you enjoyed it, dear friend. It's nice to have you here with us. Sending you so much love. How are you doing? It's been a long time since seeing you here blushing in the sky. Like feels like years, right? How have you been? How's life been treating you? Meltmore seems sensitive and aware. Insecurity is a part of the human experience. That it is. that it is. I gain security in gratitude, realizing that that's the one thing that I don't have to be insecure about. I don't have to be insecure about how grateful I am for all that I have. All right? Maybe some people do, but gratitude in itself is like your experience. It's not something to be judged by someone else. I feel like something that can be judged by someone else can bring about insecurities in the experiencer. You can see the weather is starting. Oh, here it comes. More rain. Let's see how long we can stay out here. As long as you get your happiness and your love from something in the world, it will always stop working and you won't be grateful for having it anymore. That's true. I get my happiness from discipline, my freedom from discipline, Dan. Right? I extract a great deal of happiness from my ability to do what I said I was going to do. All right? It makes me happy that I have that control. It makes me happy that I can be that kind of person, if that makes sense. And it is technically of the world in a way, but it's also very much like a active decision on my part that I keep making over and over again. Just watch the cat get startled by my yoga mat that got blown over towards it, and it's looking at it like it's alive. It's like, how did you do that? All right, I'm coming. I'm falling behind a little bit. I feel it. You feel like you're going through life, Dan? Is that what I'm understanding? Have you tried yoga? Have you tried yoga, Dan? I think Dan exercises, but I don't think he's like really done like a daily yoga practice yet. Have you, Dan? I could be talking up my ass. Let us know. That's not what I'm understanding. Nah, that's not what I mean, Sam. I mean that if the basket you put your eggs in is a material one, you will eventually see the flaw in it and be disappointed instead of grateful. It's true. Exactly, Mel. Nope, missed the previous one. Because eventually, even your material body is going to degrade. So, if you're too caught up in the material experience of life, you won't be able to let go in death. Yes, exactly, Mel. Like you have the human experience of being attached, while having the space in your mind to see it from a higher perspective where your soul is maybe not so attached. Exactly. I think that's where I'm starting to be. Like I'm starting to step into that way of thinking. I'm not there quite yet, completely, to be honest. But I'm moving towards that state of being. Right, where I can allow myself calm. I, at this point in my life, am still allowing my ego way too much power, right? In how I feel and how I interpret information in the world. One thing that I'm very grateful for is that I am at least very open about that. I think it's very easy to try and hide that stuff and just sweep it under the rug forever, right? Just never let anybody know that I have an ego and that I have an ego experience alongside it. I am very open, where I'm like, yo, this fucking ego thing that I have, it's fucking me up. And I'll tell you, and hopefully we can figure it out together, right? And the people that really love you will help you figure it out, will love you despite your ego and all of its flaws. Goalpost shift, I see it as a realization. There we go. It's beautiful weather right there, right? There definitely is some rain coming. Just some wind for now. Blue towel, yeah, blue towel. What's that behind you next to the tree? There's a rock underneath that tree, if that's what you're talking about. Big old rock. Maybe that's what you're talking about. It's a rock, there we go, a rock. Oh, the pioneers used to drive these babies for miles. Then that aligns with the Buddhist view of non-attachment. Yep, love can be fully present even in the letting go of attachment. It's being at peace if the egg basket breaks. True. And gratitude. Wait a second. How are your dreams now that you're weed free? I heard they get vivid. I have been feeling them cracking through a little bit again, right? Just a little bit, little bit. But I'm not there just yet. For me, it's usually around like the 2 week mark that they really start switching on and getting vivid again. Gratitude is the antidote to disappointment. There it is. Nothing is ever truly lost because once we've received something, we hold it for as long as we remember it. When it's forgotten, it no longer feels lost at all. That's some wisdom. Xiao, that's so beautifully said. Yeah. Everything we're given will eventually be returned, just like this breath. Everything we receive is already abundant within the wholeness of who we are. You don't get to keep anything. You might not even get to keep your memories. Scary to think about. But what it is you have right now is forever yours. I feel it's like a soul experience, right? The growth that you experience stays, right? Like thinking about it like layers of paint. You might not be able to see the layers of paint underneath the next layer of paint you just put down, but it's still there. And it still influences, has an effect on the mass of, the size of the experience you're trying to paint. You know what I mean? Hello, old friend. Bless you again. Blushing in the sky. So much love to you. I take it one step further, Joe, and say that love is non attachment. Love is completely unattached and unbound. I don't know if I agree with that one, Dad. For me, I think of love like the seed crystal, right? That the rest of the experience grows upon. But that is my mind trying to like make it make sense to my human body and human senses and experiences that it's had. So I could be very wrong, right? And I'm willing to admit or at least entertain that idea too. That's that agape, good, good. There it is. Yep. You too, dream tooth. Love is true. Hey, mate. What's the air quality index there? Would you mind checking it? I think it's 39. I checked yesterday. I think it's 39. Don't have my other device here with me. It's good. Relatively good air quality, at least. Lucky to say. The echo, that is love. Things are good, bub. I hear you're stateside soon. How did you know? Yeah, it's true. Maybe that conversation with my dad, something like that was said, but it's true. I'm stateside soon. If you come to Texas, look me up. I'll gladly host you. I'm at work listening. Great to see you. It's been since the RPAN days. I thought so. Yeah, and that's a while ago now. Send me a message on Discord if you don't mind blushing in the sky, please. That way, I will have the means to connect at the very least. Looking you up, I don't know how I would even start to do that. What happens when you can't be disciplined though, Melt? What happens when your body breaks down and all you can do is rely on others? I will rely on others to do the things that I'm supposed to do. For example, if I was paralyzed, right, and forbid that ever happens, but I'll probably like implant my brain with a BCI. That's happening right now, so that will happen, and then I will have help, right? Help me put the live stream on. I probably wouldn't be able to give my yoga classes anymore. That would be a bummer. But other than that, I would still do the things that I set out to do. I'd make my art, I'd do my live streams, and I would extract joy from being able to do that, right? Despite the fact that I am now paralyzed and requiring others for help. And again, right, like I feel there is joy to be extracted from the love of others as well. But if you rely solely on that to be your source of happiness, that's where things get a little bit messy and muddy again, right? Melt, am I the one who encouraged you to take up yoga back in 2021. I wouldn't be surprised, but in 2021, Christian, literally, I went over to his place. I don't know if you remember that, where I like went to go and stay with him for like 2 months, and he was practicing yoga at that point, and he let me know that if I'm gonna stay with him, I have to practice yoga with him, and I was like, bet, I can do that, and then I did start practicing yoga then, and then Ryan gave me the opportunity to start teaching with his studio, but I had to get certified first. And yeah, I haven't not practiced yoga ever since. It's been a daily thing. I think I've missed a total of maybe 3 days, 3 or 4 days over the last 4 years. It really is a big difference. Then love being attached would be in line with the heart chakra and its function. I think you're onto something. Love is a state of existence, not an action we direct at something, but a phenomenon we exist within. Yeah, you see? But I agree completely with that, Sam. That whole existing within that phenomenon. But that's where it gets a little bit muddy for me because I feel like that is an attachment, right? Like I am attached to the earth. I'm existing within an atmosphere, right? But I am attached to it because I breathe the air and stuff. And if I wasn't attached to it, I would cease to be, kind of thing. That's the way I see love. And I think maybe it's just like splitting hairs kind of thing. Yeah, and you take your time, totally Sam. And our experience is juggling the love state and the material state, literally. It's when you get the hard focus and miss picking up the role. Simple identity, only you take. Love is like, hey, take my car, take my house, take my food. And then the mind, the material needs, like, wait a minute, how much is in the savings account? It's true. Trying to survive. As a dancer, put on your dancing shoes. Hoopty is right. The love and the material states being presented as two separate things itself is a lie. Because dualism is a lie and everything is whole, how does our material existence fold into the love state? I think it's an extension thereof, right? Like the way I see it is that there was so much love that there had to be more. And there's only so many ways for you as a duality, right? For instance, right? Like I think of it like an infinity symbol where there is the experience and the experiencer. And the experiencer loves the experience, and the experience loves to be loved by the experiencer, right? But if that was the only state in which that existed, there would be a lack of information, right? If there was just me, the experiencer, looking at the experience, I would probably, I don't want to use the word get bored, but I would run out of things to say, maybe, in so many words, right? And in that way, I imagine the extension thereof being everything, right? That infinity becomes everything to experience love in all of the forms that it contains, including the love of, you know, giving your car to someone, for example, including the love of finding a fresh bit of food in a dumpster as a homeless person, right? Like that's the way I understand it at the very least. Mm-hmm. No, 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 no. I supposed more of me stayed in the Judeo-Christian way of thought because when I think about it, the material existence is made to be fulfilled through the love state. Yeah. The material state is an illusion. It's a limitation of 3D space, but behind it, it's all one. As Melt says, there is no separation. Yeah. Because again, an infinity symbol it looks like there's two, right? Looks like there's two, but they are attached to each other. All right, it's one thing
experiencing itself as a duality. And I think that's hard for our brains to really cope with and fathom. And yet at the same time, it makes perfect sense. You are that observer. And you are experiencing the observed. You are literally that state of infinity experiencing itself right now in this moment. Right? And I believe as soon as you try and shimmy something in between you and your experience of what it is you're having, right? That's where it gets a little bit low bandwidth, I think is the best way to say. If you need something from someone, do you start the conversation with demands or rather start with how you're doing? How are you doing? Like if you need something from someone, I think it's one of those things, Dan. Like you're bringing up a thought that I've had many times in my life, where if you need something from someone, it's more authentic to let them know what you need than it would be for you to ask how you're doing first. All right, and this is again, I'm not saying that that's how I do it, but it's definitely something I've experienced where it feels a little bit, is it disingenuous? It's like I imagine it being more apt for there to be asked those questions after the need has been denied or fulfilled, right? Like I ask you to help me. Yeah, I ask you to help me. And then you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I really can't help you right now. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. How are you doing? Anyway, how's life been treating you? How's the kids? How's you? You exercising? Right? And in my mind, that feels like the more authentic way to go about it than, hey, how's things? How's the wife? And then you're like, yeah, wife and kids good. How you? I'm good. Ask for the thing. All right. Then it feels like, you didn't really care about how I am. All you really did was what's socially acceptable so that you can get to your ask. Where the other way around, like, I think it's okay for us to ask. I do think it's okay for us to ask. But I think you did use the word demands. So I think that's a little bit like different. Ask is different to a demand. I have problems asking, Dan. I definitely do. It's hard for me to. Especially so when you worry for the well being of those that you're asking for help, right? The Pete May Froze are singing, There Be Rain Coming. It Be it asked, Vibrant Findings, Scarf Boy. Scarf Boy it is. Darren, I like to meet the other where they are first. I think that was Dan. Oh no, that was Darren. That was Darren. Sorry. You're right, Joe. I like to meet the other where they are first. Then I make a judgment on whether or not they're in a place to receive my request. In the way though, I often don't make demands. Yeah, demands usually don't sit well with anybody. A demand is usually something that you're like expecting to happen, right? Whether you want to or not. Hey Google, define demand. Huh. In economics, demand is the quantity. No. Define demand as it relates to demanding something of someone. Demand. To demand something of someone is to ask for it forcefully or authoritatively, often claiming it as a right or insisting that it must be done. It's not merely a request that's coming from a polite place. Yeah, it's not a request. It's like, this is you. I insist that you do this thing that I think is right. My whole life, I've definitely had some problems with demands as well. Yeah. Nice, older or younger? I think I missed some. You gotta change your pics, Darren. You're talking to Darren, Melt. I was talking to Darren, but I thought I was talking to you, Dan. Like, yeah, the pink D's does make it a little bit difficult for me. My brother's name is Daniel, so I'm quite used to the mix up. Some more older or younger, do let us know. Someone, somewhere falls. Stop him falling. Demand reward. I believe that being that person, at least in my worldview, being the person that happened to be in the right place at the right time to save that person from falling is the reward, right? I get to feel good about myself having saved this person from falling. And again, right, like maybe it can be a wholesome moment to echo what you're saying, Dreamtooth. Maybe it can be a wholesome moment where I just saved you from falling, and then we both feel that sense of relief. You feel that sense of gratitude towards me for having saved you from a fall, and I get to feel that sense of rightness in catching you instead of just watching you drop to the ground, right? And then as soon as I go, okay, now give me 10 daras, suddenly all of that goodwill and good vibes and energy falls apart, right? If I demand that of you. Finding gratitude as the reward, right? Someone a little older, about a year, growing up, it always happened. More synchronicities for us. We have been here for more than an hour. We didn't get rained out, but the weather definitely has been brewing. More and more brewing weathers. There will be some rain tonight. I have a cousin named Drew who's 4 months younger, and my grandpa used to call us both Dave. I was like, no, I'm Dan and he's Drew. Yeah, 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 that's what I said. Come here, Dave. Love is true. This is the flower we made yesterday. Yeah, 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 yeah. Aw, my hard eyes. I love you, Joe. Look, there's hard eyes there. It's like little flat hearts there too. I really like these little bitty bitties edging into it. Alrighty. I've shown you something beautiful. Now I will read you some poem. Yesterday's poem was titled The Architects of Light. Dan, your grandpa knows the difference, but neither one of you were the favorite, so he doesn't bother. That's some yikes. I don't have a grandpa. Both of my biological grandparents died before my parents ever had kids. My mom's dad died when she was 11, and my dad's dad died when he was 6. So there definitely was a lot of fractals that I didn't experience growing up as a result of that, I'm sure. Once, our days were carved in stone, and our nights were mapped by stars. The world was wide and our reach was small, and yet we dreamed of more even then. From the first spark we sheltered in our palms, humanity began its quiet uprising, a patient, relentless reshaping of possibility. Every tool we made was a fragment of ourselves cast forward in time. Now we live with lightning in our pockets, with the world one fingertip away, with voices traveling faster than any bird's wing could dare. We stand in a century that would look like sorcery to our grandparents, and still we hunger for what lies beyond. Technology has become a mirror that shows us who we are in unbearable detail. It magnifies our haste, our longing, our loneliness, our brilliance. It can scatter us or gather us. It can hollow out our days or make them sacred. The choice is never in the device, it is always in the hands that hold it. And we, descendants of firekeepers and horizon chasers, are not meant to be passive in the face of our own inventions. We are the authors of the tools that shape the hours of our lives, and we are responsible for whether those hours bloom or wither. Let us shape our technologies with the same courage that shaped the wheel, the compass, the printing press, tools once feared, now foundations of civilization. Let us make our machines extensions of intention, amplifiers of compassion, engines of understanding. Let them draw us closer to the pulse of the world, not pull us away from it. For the modern human walks with two realities at once, the ancient and the electric, and our greatness lies in weaving them together. We are not the servants of the glowing glass. We are the architects of light. We decide how it is used. We guide the arrow of progress. We choose the shape of the future that will remember us. And if we choose well, if we choose wisely, then the tools we build today will become lanterns in the hands of those not yet born, guiding them farther still than we dared to dream. Huh? Isn't that isn't that hopeful? I find great hope in it. I grew up in this age, right? By the time I was 8, right? At 8, you start really wanting things. When I was 8, this poem is fire, right? I really do enjoy this one. It feels very, yeah, yeah. We are very powerful these days, right? Like that whole fractal of we are not servants of the glass. We are not servants of the glowing glass. We are the architects of light, right? I am literally reflecting light off of my body into a technological lens. That lens through a processor is trying to like consolidate that image. That image is then transmuted over the internet all the way to you friends all over the world, right? Literally, the architects of light. Your eyes being the thing that experience that light as well. What are you doing? Oh, this freaking guy is just like, oh, I'm just gonna shimmy myself. Shimmy. Shimmy. Shimmying yourself onto my lap just like that. Quick crease. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for listening to the poem. Go and be the architect of light. That is what you are. We live in the age where we have the ability to tell light how we want it to behave. Both in the way that you can flick your finger and see light, right? Projecting into your eyes, and in the way that you get to create the things that's on these screens as well, and that light will be projected into the eyes of others. Be a good architect. Build things that will keep people safe. Build things that are beautiful. Build things that will be valued by those that come after us. I appreciate you, friends, for building here with me. It's always a pleasure sharing this space. I appreciate you so dearly. I'll see you, friends, again tomorrow. Blessings.